That it is, man. It's all about being at full strength again, as we talk about. Rob has obviously we've known Rob since the old Suicidal days, and he's had a ride on the crazy train with Ozzy for the last few years, and it's so awesome to welcome him into the Metallica family. So we're proud and we're psyched to be at full strength again. Dude, he just walks in and kicks everybody in the ass, including the three other guys on the band. He's got such a strength and a presence and a kind of vibe. He was like no disrespect to any of the other guys that played with us or that came up and jammed and stuff, but he brings Metallica to another level. When Bob Rock, our producer, was sitting in the control room recording it, and he just came in and he said, this guy brings you guys to another level. And it was just like, you know what, that's all I need to hear. Let's go. Right. Right, yeah. Right, yeah, and like we sort of joke, if anybody disagrees with that, he's gonna kick your ass, and I'm not gonna, I would never want to be on the wrong side of that guy in any kind of disagreement. I mean, he's awesome. He's just got, we can joke about his strength and all this type of stuff, but he's also got a kind of, without getting too cornball here, I mean, he's got a very spiritual kind of side to him that's really been, it's really great. The last 2 years with what we've been through with losing Jason and James, dealing with his issues and so on, haven't been that easy for us. So he's really brought a lot of mental strength and a lot of mental kind of stability and so on to the band. So it's so good on every front possible, man. No, dude, I mean, you got to remember that most of the cats that we had come through were all people that we known, and so we've known Rob for a long time, for 10 years, and obviously when you ask somebody to join your band, it takes it to another level in terms of the relationship. Yeah, but he is so awesome. I mean, the best thing about him also is the fact that he's not. Like some guys are, he has been around, and after doing Ozzy and Suicidal, and, he played with Jerry Cantrell a couple of years ago and so on. I mean, he's not like one of these guys, I'll go lay down in the street, to join your band type of thing. So he's got a very kind of a calm thing going, and so he doesn't get like so overly excited that it gets kind of annoying. Do you know what I mean? And dude, I mean, Metallica, it's not like at that level. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'll fucking go jump off the Golden Gate Bridge to get in your band. None of that horse shit, So he's been up here now for 2 weeks. We've been jamming on the new shit. We've been jamming on the old shit. We've been doing interviews. We've been doing photos. We've been, having a few beverages. It's so good on every front possible that. It feels like it feels so natural, and it feels like it's been going on for a lot longer than 2 weeks. Well, you know what? A lot of us grew up on a steady dose of the old 70s, the old style, kind of stadium show, the Day in the Greens and the Cal Jams, and I'm sure they had some in Atlanta. I don't know what they were called down there, but back in the 70s, Aerosmith and Ted Nugent and Van Halen and Blue Oyster Cult, and this whole thing about all these big bands coming together and playing together and not, leaving their egos at the door, not giving a shit about, who's headlining and all this type of crap. And nobody really does that anymore. And we just thought that once in a while, you got to go out and do some stadiums, and you got to go out and get a bunch of cool headlining bands together. Obviously Metallica can do their own thing. Obviously Limp Bizkit can do their own thing. Obviously, a couple years ago when we had Korn and Kid Rock with us on the last Sanitarium. I mean, everybody can do their own thing, but to give the fans a chance to see all those bands together is it's a cool thing. And growing up on seeing all a bunch of big bands together that outside in the States in the summer type of vibe. I mean, we're just trying to do that once in a while. So if you're gonna bring a couple other bands with in 2003, I mean, you know, Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, everybody has new albums coming out, and it's so cool. I called up Fred Durst, and it's like, hey man, we're going on the road this summer playing stadiums. Are you in? And he just says yes, and the Linkin Park guys say yes, and it's so cool that all these people still give a shit about Metallica. So